said, water, the source of life. And you know, when you even think about doing anything or whatever you may be doing, for some reason, most of everything you do, you need a little water. I don't care if when you get through doing whatever you're doing, you need a little water to wash your hands. You need water. By the time you get through doing anything or whatever purpose or whatever you're doing, water is involved.
Mm-hmm. Water is such an overlooked quality.
It is. And
in our lives that play the most important.
Yeah.
Like WD-40 or grease on dry metal.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, when we speaking on the water, if we slow down and think about it, water is the only element to come from above and to come down on earth.
Come from above and go down and go back up on that line.
Come on with it. Go ahead.
It, you know, when you think about up and down, like Jacob was wrestling with the angels, and it said that the angel was ascending up and down. And I thought about what you said when you said about the water. It comes down and goes back up.
And it never repeats itself. Every drop is unique of its own. All these years we've seen, that is not the same raindrop for 20 years. These are every newly unique water drops.
Ain't that beautiful?
Brand new.
Ain't that beautiful?
The source of life, the brain is made up of 80% water.
Yeah.
The body is made up of 80% water.
That's right.
So our diet supposed to be made of 80% water.
That's right. That's why I drink most of the water all the time now, and pretty much ain't nothing else I pretty much drink now. That's all I've been drinking. Yeah. You know, but you can see a difference when you drink more water.
When you drink more water.
I've met people who don't even drink water. Now I wonder how that come to be, but yet they involved in everything else but water.
Right. This says this is the source of life.
Of life. It's what I'm looking at.
It's what we live in, yes. And as you said in the beginning, that was the proof when the woman water breaks.
Here come life.
Here come life.
The source is giving birth. Oh, ain't she sweet? Ain't the woman sweet? And when you don't realize just how precious you are, and that goes to show you when you don't study thyself, and when we're looking at the woman, and if you don't really know who you are, you easily to become a whore. Because that's what's left.
That's the opposite of knowing yourself.
That's the opposite of the good. That's the opposite of a virtuous woman.
Right. The opposite of knowing yourself.
The virtuous woman. The virtuous man. Can a man be virtuous like the woman?
So now the question is asked that can't be asked by science, or that can't be answered by scientific communities. The simple question, what is life? They are puzzled into figuring out what is the source or what is life.
Yeah.
Life is water. If we ever heard of the word ether, ether is water.
That's right. That's one of the elements.
Water and ether is one and the same thing. This is why water is the only clear thing on the earth that we see that has no taint of color in it, period.
Right. And we see it.
Crystal clear.
The sign of time.
Yes, clear as water.
The signs of those who reflect with truth.
Yes. Clear as clean water. This is why we born pure.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing everything that come through, that semen mixes with that water.
That's right.
That semen is water.
That's right. It's white.
It got some heavy components in it.
That's right. It's a liquefaction going on there with some artillery
Yes, the artillery.
in it.
This is what the sun, the moon, and the stars teach us.
Mm-hmm.
That's everything in creation. And then it steps down.
Yeah.
Come down the ladder.
Yeah.
And we exist the same way as above.
Yeah. And it's amazing how, when you said that about the sun and the moon, how the moon is because of the tides. When that water is moving back to and fro, the moon,
Mm-hmm.
and it is connecting.
There it go. It's connecting.
Huh?
The higher connecting.
The higher and the lower is connected. So, water being the source of life, who will want to pollute it? Who love money more than water and will pollute water just to keep his old stained money? He'll rather have more money than water. This is where we are
Stained.
today. Man will pollute the fresh water, the river, the sea, the air, the land. He done turned the land into a landfill filled of filth now. Since he's been here on earth, he take all this pile of filth now. Instead of finding a solution to make it disappear, he'd rather just take it to the land and dig a hole and just pile it all up in there. I wish y'all could have seen what we saw the other day when we went out there to that landfill. And boy, I mean, they were throwing everything in there. All together. I said, well, I just, okay, I just left it alone. But the fifth, y'all don't even see this going on. And man is, and it's all man doing. Yeah, but get it.
Well, yes. He,
Oh yeah, my water boy.
since he don't like the creator, he don't flow with natural order. He think natural order can be improved, upgraded, innovated, and the things he make are outdo it and outlast.
Yeah, that's what he think right there. That's what makes him so become the bully, because now he done made him a nuclear bomb. And he had the biggest ships and the most planes. But now he think he's God Almighty and he rule and control the world. And this is what's going on.
And that's what we have to examine, because what you just said is actually happening. So the way he think, is it more superior than the education you have? Is the question of the, let's see, is the question the patriarchy? See, the patriarchy has a different ideology than they give their citizens. So you have to ask the question, do the body have more knowledge than the soul? Let's go with that.
Oh, that's a beautiful question there.
Do the body have more knowledge than the soul?
That's a good question. Think on that internet land, because he's finna give you an answer. Because I know they don't know. I could be wrong. Because ain't nobody ever asked that question that I know of. I'm thinking on it, but I know. Because all you got to look at the highs.
And look what the manufacturer produced.
That's right.
they deal with a whole different ideology than they give their citizens. The citizens don't have no education on the soul.
They don't. They don't.
But the rulers who rule over the citizens, called the people who sit on high, they study knowledge of the soul. This is how they learn how to control, manipulate, and in the most highest effect, try to thought control.
Yeah.
They want to control all of the people's thoughts and push it and make it into directions that they have produced
Yeah.
into reality from their devices. So in this way, it'll keep you from not knowing the higher echelon. And you'll think you're dealing with the higher echelon by technology increasing.
Yeah.
You see things in the city getting built up.
Yeah.
You think you in a paradigm that cares about you and increasing you in all ways. But have the water left out of the education. This is the soul.
That's right.
This is the water of life.
Yeah.
This is what gives us the animation to move throughout the day
Right.
within
That's right.
our
That's
body.
right. That's correct.
The body would just sleep.
That's right.
What
Wake us
animates
up.
the
That's right.
body?
That's right.
Because the body is sleep.
Yeah. Just like you slept last night.
Right. So what is animating and revigorating and
Right on.
resurrecting
Right on. Right on.
the body to be erect?
Yeah. Yeah. From a dead level.
See, and we know what we said water do. Remember, water level off.
It level off.
There ain't
It
nothing
level
like water
itself.
that levels itself.
It level itself.
So that means that supports the base, the level. Then what water do? You said earlier, it rises. So now it goes from the level to the living perpendicular, or the level in the plumb.
Wee.
So when we talking about how powerful water is, this is what the soul looks like. It is that powerful. This is what our soul looks like. This is what come out the woman, a soul.
That's right. A living soul, not a dead soul. And I wants to know, how can a soul go from living to dead and like it don't even exist? And become Humpty Dumpty, set on the wall.
Whoa.
I hope y'all don't mind. I don't want to sound like a preacher now.
Humpty Dumpty.
Humpty Dumpty,
Hey.
set on the wall. But think about this.
Right.
A soul so precious. And you're allowed to go ignorant. A soul, water that's so precious that give life. You don't want to keep that clean and precious and clear. I think my son said something about the water was crystal clear. You want to muddy it up. Beautiful. Did y'all hear that? I hope you might need to speak a little louder.
Come on with it now. Bring it home. Come on with it. Bring it home.
Nursery rhyme, 'cause see, I know they had to reflect on the nursery rhyme when Humpty Dumpty was scattered.
What they said, even the kings and the
Tell
horses.
all the king horses and all the king. And I used to think about all. I said, you mean to tell me all of them couldn't put it back together?
Yes. Now let's look at the nuance of the significance of these two labels, the king. Now, when you read the scriptures, who they say is the representation of God on earth?
King.
Uh-oh.
King George.
Then they say, what did kings ride? Okay, horses.
Horses
So
and
they
chariots.
saying that the highest people in thought on the land in form
Right.
couldn't raise up what came out the egg. Now the Humpty Dumpty is the egg.
Yeah, go
We
ahead.
still talking about the water and the soul and that inside the egg.
Right on.
So when it came and fell, that was the egg or the water breaking.
Okay.
And now what comes out is what we see, what came from above. But now in the story, they say it was scattered because
It
we
was
know with
scattered.
eggs you can scramble.
That's right.
Maybe you can have it whole,
Yeah, you can
have it scrambled,
like mine,
and we say sunny side up.
Sunny side soft. Sunny side. That's what I always thought. That right there, Shay.
If you were
Why?
When you be on the ground.
Ooh,
Yeah,
come
that's
on
what
with it.
I thought. I said that same thing. Then I got to thinking about a purpose. When I got to thinking of that story, I got to thinking about a purpose or something behind it.
Come
Because I
on.
was thinking, why would you put something that would break or fragile on a wall unintended and
That's circular that can roll. Go ahead.
My head just running with talk.
Yes, go ahead.
I'm speeding. It ain't that on damn drugs.
It was on Humpty Dumpty when they say Humpty Dumpty sack. Ain't nobody put Humpty Dumpty. They say Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah, how, and then that's another thing I wonder. How did Humpty Dumpty get up there and now he got to worry about falling?
Right. See, that's
Hey,
You know the story.
hey,
has
this-
a lot of-
See, that's the question.
Right.
That's the question.
This is the critical thinking.
With self, why is self putting self in situations that
Uh-oh.
Mm-mm.
Look at there.
it's gonna have a problem?
Look at there. Look at there. So the Humpty Dumpty, the whole story is all about you.
It's all about self. You gonna be the wise or the dumb?
Yes, indeed. And you gonna be, I remember the old saying, you can make your bed, where you make your bed, where you gonna sleep in it. And when you think about it, all our follies and desires is what get us all caught up. And I do know the sinner is resting now because he's resting from his weekend of all that heavy activity and sexual desire. On Sundays, everybody laying around, lying out, all the sinners taking it, getting their rest. I ain't lying for partying so last night. And trying to, you know what, all night long. You know what. We're gonna get to sleep. This was what's going on.
Come on with it.
This is what they live for.
Come on with it.
Desires. And not the real meaning of life and existence. And look what a woman has to do just to bring that life in. Look what all she has to go through. Sometimes she feels good and sometimes she don't. You should respect her to the fullest to bring life in.
That's it.
Let's go and read some more scripture.
Yeah,
This
so we
thing
getting
gonna be
good.
Because we're talking about water, El Ma, the ancient word. And what name it is. And the 1 and 9. The 19th name of Allah. The infinite. The unique. The all-knowing. Boy, when you think of infinite, it's something has to be unique about it.
Right. This is very
And then
important.
ought to be able to can be infinite. You know it has to be all-knowing in order to know this and be this
Yes.
and know all about this.
Yes.
4, like the cool waters of a stream that quench our thirst and cleanse our body. All I can think about was that old honey hole down there in Lake Park when I used to love to fish. It would be out on my fishing journey. When I went there, I didn't need to take any water because there was a cool stream, water coming out the side of the mountain to the ground, running swiftly. And man, it was good. And I would go there. Because some of the places I was fishing, I had to cross this stream. There was some good holes on the other side.
Oh, yeah.
Both sides of the stream,
yeah.
it was fish everywhere.
Good time.
I mean, that was
Heaven,
Your daddy
heaven
was
for
having him
fishermen.
a good time. I was enjoying creation. It was beautiful. No bombs and guns going off. No trouble at all. Everything peaceful. That's what life should be for each and everybody, each and every day. But for some reason, the evil leaders wants to keep trouble and killing going on. And I was watching something the other day, and the WHO stands for the World Health Organization. They are the main schemers. And now they're trying to get everything where it's going to be one ruler, one government. This way they got everybody headed. They said every time you hear a big old catastrophe, they causing it to get everybody's attention and attraction over here while they make they move over there.
That's correct.
But I seen all that and what was going on because it's just like the COVID-19 thing. You see that biggest distraction.
It's an agency.
And they had the whole world at hand, at big. The divine creator ain't never had them like that to have them obedient. Say, hey, what I say goes, and everybody better do it. I ain't never seen it like that with divine creator. But King Charles,
That's
and the
how.
boys,
That's how real
the
existence
G
is.
Summit boys, had it just like that. They had closed down the house of God.
All right. that's where people better
And
understand.
nobody woke up behind that, and they said, well, you can go back now. You don't have to be 6 feet, and you can gather all back together again, and you can start your party back again. And you see what's going on here?
I
Do
know.
you see?
I see what I know. I don't listen to those type of statements. I'm only interested in wisdom.
Right on.
When it comes to they, them, that ain't got nothing to do with me. That's a separate word from me and I and self. So when it comes to them, they never taught our people dilly white squat, but how to be a better slave.
That's what that is. That's
And
all
in
that's
these
about.
modern times, is how to be a better mental slave. So most people gonna go along to get along anyway, because they've been getting along through it anyway.
Yeah.
But in understanding of what life is, this is what this is about. The evildoer is gonna be gonna keep doing evil,
That's
but
right.
wisdom don't do evil.
That's right.
So anybody doing it, we already know they not wise.
That's right.
So I myself would not adhere to anyone that's not wise, especially if you ain't wiser than the law of Allah. And so now when we're expressing these terms like as water, these people can't even make water. Let alone blood. They got to call you to go get a transfusion. So if they playing God, then make blood, make water,
Yeah.
make everything.
Yeah.
And if one doesn't fit all,
Yeah.
like the creator,
Yeah.
one creator fits all. If one don't fit all, then it's not truth.
So AI, artificial intelligence, since it's so intelligent and so artificial, I wonder why it can't make no blood. I wonder why AI and you put all that work and the intelligence in that, and yet can't make no water. And now this society is caught up in AI, and they live AI, and that's all they want is AI each and every day instead of the divine creator.
That's
They
it.
ain't listen to nothing he said. The source.
Yeah.
But they done turn to the other source. This is what I was talking about
Yeah.
when I was talking about that other stuff, but I don't believe in that. I'm just saying what these evildoers are doing down here on this earth to the masses of the people. And they ain't realizing the divine creator done told us to turn to him and don't turn away.
Yeah, a lot of people are unaware.
And we do just the opposite.
A lot of people are unaware. They didn't take the message serious. They looked at the messenger and forgot the messenger's message. But the message throughout time, if we've been studying, has been the same. Only thing changed is the new rulers of today
Yeah.
thinking for you instead of letting you think on your own.
Oh, that's my point right there.
And so I'm glad you brought in AI because that is the new water for the WHO or any type of agency. That's their new water is AI, technology. People now will grab AI before they grab water.
Sure will.
And this is going to increase in number.
It is.
And-
I see the children with it in their hand. And they won't even look up at you. They got the AI in their hand.
The AI. And then the AI is so, let's say, poisonally put together that we won't know its dangerousness because all its dangerousness is in invisibility.
Right there,
You have
right
to
on.
see, you have to pull out x-rays and stuff to see
what's
how
going
dangerous
on.
it
Yeah,
is.
like the radiation from it.
Right.
And you can't see it.
Because they picking up different type of wavelengths out of the sky.
Yeah.
The space hold all types of different wavelengths from red to purple. This is what they call infrared to ultraviolet. And so this is how you get radio stations and radio signals because it's living substance in the space.
Ain't that something?
And it's called water.
Look at that.
Just like anything could be dry, but water with the right temperature, right condition, water will be on your floor. Water will be on the bottom of a cup. The water will be, because water makes itself when the
noticed
conditions are right.
Yeah.
And you can make anything come to life if you started off with water. So this is why they made AI similar to water, as in structure, H2O. This is why they have 3 processors. This is why an AI has 3-bit processor, because it's following the formula of H2O, which is a self-learning mechanism. Water learns through the container, whatever you putting it in, water begins to collect and learn. But not in the sense of learning how we have a human memory.
Right.
We saying taking the shape and form
Yeah.
of what that container
What that
is.
container is, and that's what.
But it's not the container. And the AI would never cleanse the body. The AI dries out the body. It pulls the water out of the body.
Oh man, that ain't good news.
Because it's dealing with a blue color frequency, which pulls upward. And so now if you have it in front of you, it pulls the water out of your skin and back into the ethers. See, and these are sciences they know, but since they ain't public notice or public knowledge, we don't know.
Yeah.
And now when you reading about the water that cleanses the body, this is why they want us to forget how important water is. Then we will forget our creator. Once water forgotten, we gone.
I think that they're saying that the Euphrates River is drying up. And then they got lakes and all around here in the USA is drying up. And so I guess ain't nobody paying attention or just don't care. This is what I'm saying. People so caught up in all their activities. They don't care nothing about the true element, the true creation like water, the sun shining. They don't have no respect.
No
for that.
respect for it. Not even to
No.
acknowledge it.
They don't even acknowledge it. Ain't got nothing good to say. But that old evil doer busybody just singing the name all day about how many bombs he done dropped. Let's move on to the next.
Busybody.
Let's move on to the next
Come on with it.
scripture here. So we talking about a powerful source here.
Mm-hmm.
Water.
Mm. Mm.
5. The water that brings life to the fields. Look what all is doing. Bringing birth in, life in,
From above
and
to
not
below.
only to flesh, but even unto the field.
Mhm.
Oh,
It's all there when we look.
and the rain that transformed the desert. It's amazing how sandy it is that certain things will still grow
Mm-hmm.
in the desert. Look like it's something of element that will adapt to any source there is. And you know, when I read that about no matter how cold it is, and no matter how hot it is, there's life there. I said, I just throw my hands up in there.
That's what it was speaking about. The water. Water is there.
Our true state.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. See, water is air.
Yes, that's correct.
It has two cells, just like
Yeah.
we have two cells.
Yeah.
This is why we have to
Yeah,
understand.
air and water. Look at it.
It's air and water.
Look at it.
It has a lighter form and it has a heavier form.
Make that beautiful.
That's why it rises to itself when it looks like it's rising to the sun.
Yeah.
But it's raising to itself.
Look at it.
It has two different levels of atmospheres.
Look at it.
When we want to bring it to earth, that's when it come down. But the same water that came down is still floating
Yeah.
like air.
Look at it.
Every space is occupied by water.
Look at it.
This is what they knew in the past and why everything was so surrounded by water. All the beautiful wonders of the world, they all surrounded by water. And that's why, because it brings the source of life with no effort.
Look at it.
You can, if we was by a flowing source of water, we can make electricity out of it. We can make light, power, everything that's needed from energy. What they call an energy, see, they ain't using water base right now.
Yeah.
Or like the rulers, they're not using water base. They're using petroleum base. So now that takes on a whole different atmosphere. So this is why they don't tell people about you got free energy and all you got to do is know how to get it out the atmosphere
Yeah.
and
Right.
bring it through, and so it channels and keep everything moving and going.
Yeah.
So in the same way with our health, if we keep water flowing through the body, ain't no blockage.
That's right.
Ain't no blockage.
That's why I drink a lot of water right now. That right there what make me drink water so much, that right there.
Yeah.
To keep everything circulation.
If you drink H2O and you drink H3O2, these are the two most valuable forms of water. See, H2O is that right there. H3O2 is what we reading about when it comes to the fields.
Yeah.
When it comes to the fields, it makes called structured water. And the greatest structured water is H3O2. And H3O2 is in fruits. So now the fruit juice you call sweetness is actually crystallized water,
Look at that. That's right. That's right.
which is H3O2, which is putting structure into your water, hydrogen particles and oxygen particles.
Yeah.
Then we can shift to this water. This is what cleans the body. The other water perfects the body, get it to grow upward, strong, perfect. And the other one cleanses it.
Yeah.
This is why herbs are considered cleansers, because they grow from the water.
That's right. And it also needs water, and then
H2O.
and also with herb, it produces a liquid. Ain't that something?
It produces.
Ain't that something?
There go the water again.
Water again. All right. 7. Now we're talking about water, and we're talking about the rain, which is the same. This is what it does, and this is what's going on. So then the wisdom and teaching of Allah transform even the most barren heart. This is what wisdom do. You don't read about what all water does. So it teaches you. Do you have time to learn? Can you be still long enough to learn something? Because you ain't learning nothing on no job, and you ain't learning nothing in no bar, and you ain't learning nothing at no party, because there ain't no time for studying or learning. It's all desire and activity.
This how powerful the wisdoms and the teachings of Allah are.
Yeah.
The whole world is missing this part of the teachings. This is why it's manifesting through KOS.
Yeah.
Because this is, everybody have had the God knowledge.
Yeah.
And everybody have heard it so much that could people be repeating it, but
Yeah.
as we see that people's hearts not being changed.
That's right. It's broken.
They don't have that
Barely.
sense of support and nourishment from the scriptures that they really wishing for. Because if it was so nourishing, wouldn't you be in it every day? If it extends your life and gave you longer life, wouldn't you be in it every day?
Man, that's why I make sure I take the time out of 7 days. I'm gonna leave. Study 2 to more.
That's what was said in the
We're
script.
supposed to study 7 days every day we wake up.
For everlasting
We're supposed to
life.
study.
For everlasting
Not
life.
skip a day. But nevertheless, you don't skip the activities. And study should be your most activity. It is.
See, and
Just to see another day.
that's the benefit of what people get through KOS.
Yeah.
It's none of that narrative stuff, or it's none of that what you have heard in preacher. This is about you taking your own self and making responsibility from what you hearing, because you know in your heart that this is true.
That's right.
Outside of that, I'm not talking to nobody but self.
Right on.
This is a self job.
That's right.
This is a self
Not
work.
nobody else.
You believe what you believe. Have you searched out the wisdom, the final ending of what you believe in? Or do you believe it to just be a limbo? That it don't exist, but it just exists when you decide to believe on it.
Yeah, that's where they at. It's the limbo. That's where they at, son. The limbo.
And see, lack of study,
That's what that's
this is why I said you have to show yourself studying. But
Right.
this is where wisdom is gleaned from. You don't gain from the streets knowledge of Allah. You don't gain from the books in school knowledge of Allah. You don't gain from the scriptures the knowledge of Allah. Or you will know. But why people say they know, but they don't really know?
They don't.
This means there's a liar at hand.
Yeah.
Why would you say you know when you really don't know?
No, yeah. Yeah.
Why not take the time out and know,
Yeah.
see?
Yeah.
Why pump this ideology up that we do know?
Yeah.
When we know we have not put no time in,
Yeah, that's right.
we can't necessarily even explain ourselves
That's right.
how even I came into existence, and then we talking about something greater than you.
Yeah.
So it starts right there. If you can't tell me how you came in existence
Yeah.
from beginning to end,
Yeah.
then you can't tell me about the heavenly things. This is why I was said, if you can't understand the earthly things, I can't tell you about the heavenly things because they are greater.
Yeah.
So if we can't take care of the earth down here, heal the planet down
That's
here,
right.
keep it in vibration down here, then what are we understanding?
Yeah.
That means the self is supremely lost in its own mind right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The self is lost in its own mind,
Yeah.
meaning the body is trapped by awareness. Everything that is done, because water you see clear.
Yeah.
Anything that's murky or dirty, you can't see through it.
No.
So if people can't see through the lie, then they're not clean water.
That's right.
And so that means, just like what we reading, they gonna need the wisdoms and the teachings of Allah. Ain't no other teachings gonna do this.
That's right.
Because the teachings of Allah represent all. Even God don't have the word all in it. Because it's not for all.
That's right.
That's why all don't understand it, but all who using it don't receive the power or the benefits from it. They just got it as a 3-letter word, and they think it's strong and it's going to resurrect them out the grave and shoot them off into the heavens or something.
Yeah.
This is talking about knowledge. It's not a word. It said in the beginning was the word, and the word was with. So have you figured out what God is to figure out what the word is?
They don't.
Because if you haven't put these two together, then we don't understand what Allah is.
Right.
Allah is all. Not separate, not dependent. We talking independent, self-sufficient, self-subsisting. What we read, the provider.
Source.
Yes, the source of sources. The Lord of lords.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. 8. The water of forgiveness and compassion of Allah may heal and renew the life of a transgressor.
You see what I mean?
Look what all water does.
You see what I mean? What these teachings and what these wisdoms can do for one who begins to take them into their heart.
That's right.
Is letting them know what is the wisdom. The wisdom is the waters. The waters is the word from Allah. Just like the word come out, there's water. We have to understand behind life.
Yeah.
So just like word is you could say it's like speaking, but then if you speak certain words mean nothing. Because they was made from nothing. What I mean by that is some words are a lie. And if you ever follow the lie to its end, I wonder have anybody done that. If you follow a lie to its end, you will find out what a lie made of.
Yeah.
I did myself. That's why I'm very staunch in what I know.
Because a lie sure have an end to it.
If anyone experienced searching it out to its end, you will find out what it's made of. And for me, when I find out, let's say through a form of scam, getting scammed. Hey, it sounds good at the beginning, don't it?
Yeah.
But at the end, what happens?
Uh-oh.
Did what was told exist?
That's right.
So that's what a lie is. We have to be very careful with words because some words are lies and all lies are made up of nothing.
That's right.
So just like the word God, that is a lie. That word is not made up of nothing. But we don't know that. We think it's made up of all the particles in the world and that it'll create a whole new body just by saying it, but not going through the process of having sex. If God was so powerful, we could say God and a child will appear. But you still got to go through a process for a child to appear. And for a child to appear, that must be the act of God. But people ain't here yet. They ain't here yet. They ain't here yet. They there. They searching.
Yeah.
They seeking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Allah ain't seeking for himself.
Just like the day Sunday, you find people running all over the place trying to get to a building where they worship the word God at. And then when you see this going on every Sunday, and then sometime during the days of the week, and then after everybody leave the church or the building or wherever they go, and they go back out in the society, you don't see no better results or nothing. It's just like a criminal system that's set in place, and this is what's going on. You hear the word God a lot, but you don't see no progress. You ain't, all you hear is the word God, and you hear the word Jesus Christ, but yet things ain't getting no better. So what's going on here? Because in the scripture it said when you call on him, it's going to be good things. It's going to be good results when you live in it. So if everybody calling on God and Jesus, they should be having good results and they should be living. I'm quite sure that God and Jesus said something good for them to do. What I'm saying is what I'm seeing. It's what's going on each and every day.
It comes from lack of studying. Everybody can see all you want, but if you don't study,
Yeah.
it's not reinforced by knowledge. You can have belief all day, but if it's not reinforced by knowledge, this is what people got to come to grips on. You believe it, but you don't know it because it's not reinforced by knowledge. And so that way, we don't know that the very much thing we call on is made up of nothing. Called the best way is why the Al Sufyan, you come and read something that predates the Bible. Most people dealing with a 1611, 15th century version.
That's the difference.
So the highest you can go is a Tinsdale or a Geneva Bible.
That's right.
And if you go through an Ethiopian, this is still older than the Ethiopian Bible.
Yeah.
So now when we're talking about why the word God is not used so heavily in this way, and then when we survey those who are using this other way, and they keep calling on them, why are these people distressed, painful?
That's what I was talking
They in
about.
disabledness, and only people I see really suffering is black people.
Well, that's my point.
They are
I was talking about
disabled.
that.
They are handicapped.
This is what I'm saying.
They are on welfare.
That's
They
right.
live on Social Security.
Yeah.
If this is God,
All the
I mean, they
middle.
don't have legs,
All
arms,
middle, that's
feet,
right.
head, eyes. I mean, it's all type of things going down.
Years with their health with them. I mean,
But it's one thing in common with all those people. They believe in God.
that's my point.
And now my tell you is that if God is the helper and the savior of your soul,
Yeah.
then why is our soul decaying?
And health. And body. That's right. Why?
You see it through the body.
That's the after effect of the soul.
Well,
See, that's what people
that's
don't
like
want to
a knowledge.
study.
Yep, that's what that is. That's
They
what
see
that's
they
from.
self decaying.
That's
I mean,
what
it's
that's from.
deteriorating by
Yeah.
itself. Is biting, is eating away of
Yeah,
itself.
Yeah.
And we ain't studying this stuff.
That's right. To figure out how to stop it or what to do to keep all that from happening.
Man, and that's
Or the
scary.
prevention.
Yes. And these people going,
This is what I'm talking about. That right there.
yes, and it comes from what I'm speaking on. We have to understand what a lie is made of. An animal can't speak a lie. You ever had a bee or a cat or a dog speak to you a lie? You tell me, where did your first lie come from?
But to me, that's probably
Tell me where your first lie came from.
from what they call man or woman.
Right. And for a man or woman to lie to you, what did they have to do? They had to speak. So there you go. There go the foundation right there. So that means every word is not truth.
Look at that.
Someone can speak a word that is a lie. And I'm going to tell the black community,
There you go.
the sham is on us. The biggest
there you
lie
go.
is God is the word. God is a lie. And the biggest lie, I'm speaking from KOS position. I'm not speaking from any religious background. I'm speaking from any religion. Welcome here, because you're going to get the truth. But anybody that has a religious background, you view it how you view it. But I bet you in stress. I bet you in doubt.
How
I
about
bet
that?
you ain't whole.
How about
Everyone that I know is not whole.
How about that?
And what I'm saying, I am.
No.
And when I'm saying how, this is how. And what I'm saying is what I'm showing. If truth, if truth, you can only behold through knowing. See, you can call on this mysterious character all day.
All day. And that's what we've been doing. This is what we do each and every day.
And not only call on them, black folks pray to it.
That's right.
So this is a whole nother thing. Not only you speaking the word, which is a lie, you also praying to a lie.
That's the trap.
This is what I say on my side. This is from KOS. When you come to KOS, you getting the truth. When you step in my realm, you getting the truth. If I step in your realm, I'll listen. I'm not going to enforce what I say. I'm going to just listen to what you're saying.
What you got to say.
But if you come over on my side, this is where you'll get the truth. That's why I have my own platform. So I can speak the way of what I know. I'm not here to take money from you. I don't want your money. You ain't gave me no money. Only certain few have given me money. So on a certain scale, we talking about this ain't nothing but the level and the plumb line of truth.
Yep.
If you can't understand the level is a lie and the waking is the truth, then you're not supposed to be. You're supposed to go run off and doing what you're doing. This is for highly adept individuals, so children can have a future. And for children to have a future, they're going to need guardians called knowing parents that have a way of knowing how the world works and not just thinking through belief, but actually having a knowledge that supports your belief. So when your children ask how, and your children say, how can we do it? You don't just tell them to believe. You show them. You show them how to fish. You don't tell them. So now they can feed their family and feed themselves and feed the community for generations. But we talking believing ain't the same thing as teaching.
Right on. Right on. Perfectly clear. Because, see, that's what everybody's problem is. All that believing ain't no teaching and knowing. And that's the trap.
That's true.
Number 9. Within the desert, And the drop water is life. There's water in the desert. Treat each drop with respect. My. I'm gonna stop right there a moment and then just talk on that just a little bit. Just a little bit. 10 just said, treat each drop of water with respect. Remember earlier in the lesson we were talking about how some men don't respect the rivers, the fresh water, the sea. And what it just says, respect even a drop of water.
A drop of water. Each drop.
A drop, y'all. To y'all.
Because they're telling us water is life. This is why most people don't understand. Everybody in this American world population that have been crafted by the Bible all feel this vibration called empathy and sympathy. Everybody feels sympathy for each other, but they don't feel sympathy for the truth. The truth is what the truth is. I didn't come to rewrite it. I come to find it, seek it, and attain it.
Right on.
I don't care what everybody else's agenda is. Their agenda is their agenda.
Yeah.
Just like the world is the way the world is.
Yeah.
I was birthed into existence.
Right
just
on.
like you was birthed into existence.
Right on.
So we in existence, we should be able to do something for ourselves that is everlasting if you choose.
Right on.
For myself, that's the priority. Death is the way of Allah. You have to come into this world. You have to come and see if you are about what you say.
Yeah.
You gotta say, if you can't live it on earth, why you ain't gonna live it in heaven?
Sure can.
I'm gonna say that one more time.
Yeah, sure.
If you ain't living it on earth, you ain't gonna live it in heaven.
And
So this is the place where you lay down.
Right.
So you can see, are you gonna walk it on earth?
Yeah. And you sure can't live it when they lay in that grave. So look, you can't even put yourself in there. Somebody got to carry that old body and lay it in that ground for you. So my friend,
And that's the part. I'm glad because you say some valuable things because all your ideas help the generation to come. Because it helps to see how we get out of it.
that's right.
Seeing when you say these things, the solution come right after it.
Yeah.
We don't supposed to be in the body when they laying it down because that's the level.
There you go.
A level is a lie. You don't supposed to be a L. You supposed to be a 7.
Upward.
Upward.
Yeah.
See, the L
Yeah.
is
It's down at the bottom.
is down at the bottom
Yeah.
and it lays
Yeah.
flat.
Yeah.
And anything flat is dead.
Yeah.
And we talking about life
Yeah.
and ascending or resurrecting.
Yeah.
That is something that is alive. So when we talking about if we believe the lie, we live in the body. I'm gonna say that one more time so we hear this clearly, because you ain't gonna ever get this from your preacher because they don't know this. They don't study, they make too much money off you. I don't make no money off you. This got to deal with my own soul. And so if you believe the lie while in the body, you're gonna stay in the body. You're going to be in that coffin. You're going to be in that casket. You're going to go to that grave.
You're
You're
going
going
to
to
that grave unlearned.
unlearn.
Yeah.
If you don't believe the lie and you know the truth, you will be ejected.
Yeah.
You will not even exist in the body.
Yeah.
The body will be gone, but you won't be in it.
Yeah.
The people might be moaning and groaning, but you're not in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's because you lived on earth
Yeah.
as you lived in heaven.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
And you shall return to heaven.
Beautiful.
This is what we have to understand, why the truth and the law is only with truth.
Yes, indeed.
And so to bring God into a lie is to show you it was never the truth.
Yes, indeed.
Anything that you can spell backwards will show you its real meaning.
There you go.
And God backwards is a dog.
Yeah. Dog money.
And the woman who gave birth to a man don't want a man to become a dog.
That's correct.
So when we talking
Law
about,
has been free.
yes, when your creator created you, they didn't create you as no dog or to become one.
That's right.
See, when you play with words, this is what I mean.
Yeah.
This is why letters are so important.
Yeah. And they also took a dog and made a man best friend instead of a woman. But let me.
You're breaking that valuable truth.
No, I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, ugly habits is things you've been hearing all your life.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to break.
Mm-hmm.
And it be passed on from one generation to another generation. That's why they'll tell you your lie,
Mm-hmm.
so you can take that lie on. And I want to bear witness. I've known a lot of people to come and go, young and old. And this what I do know. That they didn't learn nor get it before they took their last breath, because the things we talk about never were mentioned or said. And if the old saying, you talk that which you know, well then somebody didn't know, because I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
And this is what we're talking about, that you don't want to go to that grave. And I'm afraid that the majority of the people on this old big, wide, broad road, that's where they hid. Unconscious
Unconscious.
of the truth.
Mm-hmm.
They thought they knew,
Mm-hmm.
they knew, but they didn't.
But they did.
In the book of in the
Like-
Holy Bible, they
Mhm.
say that there is a way
Mm-hmm. There is a way.
that seems right unto man,
Mm-hmm.
but the end thereof
Mm-hmm.
is death. We talking about you being laid in that grave.
Yes.
What were you talking about?
Yes.
About
that's
the
it.
hell and the seven.
Yes.
And you know what? I had a flashback when you said about the L and the 7. Would you believe they had a store called 7-Eleven? 7-Eleven, that level.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's what that is.
Mm-hmm. See, they playing with it.
They playing with you.
If they know the
And
signs.
that 7-Eleven was open 24/7,
There you go.
which means you can come anytime,
Anytime.
and I'll be waiting.
Mm-hmm.
And he had poison in you when you came there.
Mm-hmm.
Because pretty much everything was in a box or a bag.
There you go. There
But
you
what
go.
we just talked.
Yes.
We call them merchants.
Mm-hmm. The merchants
And money
once again. Mm-hmm.
And that's who we deal our business with and transact our business with on a daily basis. It ain't the divine creator. Look who you dealing with. The day you wake up, the moment you wake up, who you go to.
Mm-hmm.
Call
Who
in
they
them
go
store,
to.
Walmart, all them merchants. You call the store you love to hang out to.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't throwing stones at Walmart now. I want to be clear.
These corporations, they have done it. Stole our resources and stored them in their storehouses called corporations.
Yeah.
I want to read something from
Go
Jesus
ahead.
right quick.
Go ahead. Boy, go ahead.
Jesus said, man may believe what others say, but thus he never knows. That's separation between belief and knowing. Jesus did not say that you should believe the truth. Talk with me now. Study with me. Jesus did not say you shall believe the truth and the truth shall make you free.
Didn't say believe.
That's why I'm going to reread it. Jesus said, man may believe. It's an option. It's an option. What others say, but thus he never knows.
Look at there. Look at there. There it go.
So belief is not
There you
reinforced by knowledge.
There it go.
So that's what I mean by belief in God and not knowing God is a word and that word is a lie.
Yeah. Can I jump in here right quick?
Mhm.
Just like you said, believe. What if I decide and I was the translator and the authorizer that I want to write something, a translator scripture that I need you later, those who are born or come after, to read and believe.
And that's what happened. Believe in his name and you shall have everlasting life. But then it said in there in the same book, you come to me and I know you're not. He didn't say I believed you're not.
No,
Said I know you're not.
that's right. I know.
See, and the next sentence says, if man would know, he must himself be what he knows. This is the only way to know.
That's right.
Is by being it.
What you know.
So that's what I mean. You can't walk on heaven.
Now, since that being said, this knowing is powerful because now I'm beginning to see everybody around me, and now I begin to look at everybody and know who's who.
Clearly seen.
Because I know when somebody don't look like me. I should know that by now. Give me drink.
Go ahead. Come on with it.
We ought to know who don't look like us and why we stand alone. I mean, the setting is clear.
The setting is clear.
The setting is clear.
Setting is clear.
Let's read. Y'all don't mind me
Let's
reading a
keep
little bit
them.
more.
We need it.
11. Replace your straw and mud roof with tiles or clay. Or shingles now. See that? See how over the years what changes and what happened? It went from straw and mud roof to tiles and clay. And now you see shingles and tin.
And see, I'm glad you bringing that up because what we read now is the indigenous way of living.
Well,
And so when they took, because see, mud is natural.
well, that's natural, and that's right.
We can
All
get
that's
that without going to Home Depot.
That's right.
We can go get that without going to Lowe's.
Look at this.
So now when we bringing in shingles and tins,
Uh-oh.
this is to take natural order away. Now to get man in the artificial order, AI,
Yeah.
that he'll now start using artificial means to live under.
Yes, indeed. That's what's going
See,
on.
because water gonna help the clay,
Yeah.
while
That's right.
water will weaken that tin.
That's right.
Remember,
That's right.
a
That
water
teaches it.
that constantly drop on a rock will wear a rock out.
Sure enough will.
So we talking about sheetrock or shingles and can't ever look. We talking about
Yeah.
water is the source of life.
Yeah. That's
So
right.
if it ain't meeting upon itself,
Yeah.
remember, soil is water,
Yeah.
carbon. So, but if shingles and tin is not, so when it hits it, it eats away at
It
times.
does. That's right. That's why they put eaves drip on the side. The eaves, that's why they call it eaves drip. They ease the water from the force.
Yep, the force. Because over time, the water
It'll tear up.
it's something powerful that don't weigh nothing.
Don't wait.
Now, let's say that again. That'll tear it up and don't weigh nothing.
Look at him.
Now, you show me something that has a force that weighs something. And I'll show you a greater force that weighs nothing.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Chief
12.
Sharif.
So positioned that upon the rain, the water collects at points and channels. 13, keep your roof and channels clean so that the water runs to store. 15, and then store such water in clay urns below the earth, away from the sun. Third, any village or city may collect great amounts of water. Yeah, you know, back there then the elders used to put the drum right there with that tin top and that come down in that bevel like the point where it run down, they have a drum, big old 55-gallon drum there. Catch all that
Catch
rain.
all water.
Catch that rainwater. And they would water the plants with it, and they do certain things with it. 17, when a village or city be near a river. 18, do not permit people to bathe or clean clothes at the same place.
They do.
I was just thinking about them as I read that. That's what popped in my mind. I said, now you see that.
They'll wash clothes, pee, bathe.
God almighty.
Swim.
Nasty. You ain't talking about miss now, baby.
Yeah, so you talking about the ones at the stove. Right, that's why the whole planet need a law, Sufyan Islam.
Sure do. All that's going on. And I'm willing to bet you all them big lakes up around Detroit and Cleveland and all them and Pittsburgh and all around here, and like the Flint River run through Albany, Georgia. Let me tell y'all something. I just always wondered this. I wonder if there's any pollution going on in that Swift water. I always thought that. And I see it is. Because I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I didn't see it. But this was running in the back of my mind. He's up to no good.
He's up to no
I
good.
don't mean no harm.
And I'm gonna show you the proof to what you just said, because how you brought in the landmine or the waste field.
Yeah.
When you brought that up,
Yeah.
look what we just read on 15. What supposed to be below the earth is not trash, but water stored.
Oh, man.
They putting trash underneath the earth,
Oh.
hiding it from the people on the surface of the earth, and call themselves sanctified sanitation, and say they are a World Health Organization, globally responsible,
Yeah, globally.
and green. That's not green.
Yes. And speaking on behalf of the people, and they don't know nothing about what's going on. And you claiming you speaking for the world.
They got landmines, waste fields all across on our field.
Sure
That ain't.
will.
We ain't got the only space. It's across the
I know
land.
they got a place down there in White Springs, Georgia, that just blow your mind.
Worse than that.
Blow your mind. They got all kind of mines down there.
Right.
Just,
These people are filthy and dirty. They was from the beginning. And now they done covered it all up.
You just White Springs. You ever ride through there? You can
With
see-
machines,
That's the
yo.
name of it, this city.
White Springs.
White Springs, Florida. See, I used to run areas when I was a truck driver.
Okay.
I used to run all them areas all back down there. That's how I know so much.
Right
and
on.
then I was going into some private places where everybody else couldn't. Cause by me with the company, I could
That.
drive through the gate.
Yeah, you had access.
And I seen the law. I rode all over Moodyfield out there. Sure did.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot.
See, yeah, you got to see what they was up to and what they were doing on our land. This is not their
I'm telling
land.
you, I know
The
it.
people
This
that
is
got
what I'm
base,
saying.
this is not their land. They are occupying a space on our land.
That's right.
And we haven't came to our competency yet to know we are souls. So we think we are bodies. So we think they got more powerful powers because they can make machines.
Yeah. You got the biggest bombs and ships and planes, and now you say you surrender automatic because you say he has the upper hand.
Right. See, since he has no soul, he has to make machines as his soul. So he made these gigantic bodies called machines to display like he has power of soul. He has none. This is what has been fused in the mind, and now we've been confused by God. And then they say God ain't the author of confusion.
That's right.
So now we really hog-tied. Hands and feet tied together by the master mason 7 times. Cable told the body 7 times. See, we don't know this stuff. This is what they doing in the craft of the psychology.
Yeah. Yeah.
They are crafting people's minds
Yeah.
to have certain control over their thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah. And do you know when we send our children to school or we go to their school, do you know that our mind are being conditioned right then and there to think a certain way, and whatever their ideas and concepts are, that's what they teach you, and that's what you're gonna think.
Yeah.
All the days
All-
of your
all the
life,
days of
till
your
you
life.
take your last breath and go down in that grave. Unconscious.
Unconscious.
Can I read some
Oh,
more?
let's ride. Come on with it. Go ahead. Boom, boom.
$16. Third, any village or city may collect great amounts of water. When a village or city be near a river, do not permit. Oh, I read that about the babe. Let me go. We on 22. Okay.
19.
19.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. At the place upon the river for cleaning clothes. 20. Do not let people dispose of waste or clean themselves. Look at that.
Now, where was your
Where the government at in the end to just allow them to do that?
right?
I guess he's just as nasty as they are.
Look, now you see why ancient times, this is why they don't like Sufyan Islam, because we don't deal with machines, corporations,
No.
laundromats,
Sure them did.
dryers, washers.
Sure
We
did.
deal with creator. We love the creator, so we using all the elements of the creator.
Yeah, that's right.
The river ain't gonna run you dry.
That's right.
The river ain't gonna charge you quarters.
That's
The
right.
river ain't gonna need no dish detergent.
Mm-mm.
See, we talking clean.
Yeah.
It's already clean.
It's already clean. And why would you want to dispose of waste in the river?
Right.
It's going somewhere.
It's going somewhere. So you're gonna carry that from one place to
to
another.
another place.
Hmm.
21. At the place upon the river for cleaning and washing. 22. Do not dispose of waste. Did y'all know, and I know this for a fact, the sanitation department here in Lowndes County, they were letting sewage in the Willacoochee River. I know this for a fact. I used to go and take my wife to work over in Brooks County, and I'd come back and I'd be on the old equipment highway shit and take me a break. You know what I'm talking about. Calls what it calls, and I would sit there and see suds on the top of the river, on the river water coming down the river. I would see stuff like bubbles. And it was coming from north of Valdosta. It was coming from that water sewage plant. They were dumping it in the Willie Coochie River. And this paper mill down here, it's got pipes run under the ground, under the highway, going to the Willie Coochie River. I mean, we got filth all around.
Yeah.
You hear what I say?
Yeah.
See, this has been going on for half of a century or longer.
Yeah, longer.
I ain't care how long that mill been down there, and that ain't the same mill, that's just a different name now. Actually,
It's been going on as long as they've been putting these railroads down. That was the first start of it. Underneath the railroad is a whole nother piping system, everything. So that railroad, that's where they started bordering
Yeah, when they was laying that down, they was putting that down.
all the railroads in high resources places. So that's where they used to take us as indigenous people in these different regions, from Louisiana all the way up the coast.
Oh yeah.
It didn't matter. They had a railroad station
Yeah.
and a railroad that followed all the way through. It's called the Atlantic Railroad today. And they'll pick up slaves and drop them off. And they'll pick up resources and drop them off. That's why it was a difference between the South and the North. The North is the one built the railroad.
Yeah.
See, the South was against it.
Yeah.
They wanted to still maintain their own sovereignty.
Yeah.
But the North was hijacking the Southern masters'
That's right.
slaves.
That's right.
And so they started warring. It wasn't for us, it was about us.
That's right.
The Civil War.
Yeah.
The North and the South, now they work together. This is the great
Yeah, they
secret.
got smart.
It's called the State of the Union.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We got to be philosophically adept in this stuff. Right, and I'm telling you, the label they come on the TV with, and when they had the State of the Union address,
That's what that's about.
that's the North and the South
coming together.
from these coming together about us. They gonna talk over our head. That's why you don't hear they'll say words that are above your head.
Yeah.
So they'll say minority. You will never know they talking about you.
Yeah, but you know what kind of gets me is that, can you imagine Barack Obama hadn't addressed the State of the Union? Can you imagine that when you just said that, what you said about the South and the North coming together? Because they had said we were fools killing up each other. Because by the time we get through killing up each other, the slave ain't got the number to sweep the rest of the trash out. But they come to grip and say, man, let's stop this here.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Let's stop this foolishness.
Mm-hmm.
And let's agree on one accord.
Mm-hmm.
And we all get rich off these damn niggas,
That's it.
which they call slaves today.
Mm-hmm.
Or African American.
Mm-hmm.
Black American.
That's what I'm saying. The game been on us the whole
The
time.
game
They've been talking over our
been on
heads.
you all these years. And we still playing ball. We still playing basketball. And we still got time to play football and baseball and all this entertainment, but we don't have time to get our house in order. We don't have time as a people to become collective on one accord as one, but we scatter like pecans on the ground.
Beautifully.
Anybody ever picked up pecans? Know what I'm talking about.
They were beautiful. Beautiful truth right there.
Get your bucket.
Oh, yeah.
Pecans on the ground. Let's read some more. See how powerful water is, and you drink just a little dab of it. Third, the river will clean and refresh the water. See, this is what I'm talking about. Do y'all know why When you see a river running, swimming, that's what it's doing.
That's what it's doing.
Ain't gonna be no stagnation.
There ain't no
That's
stagnation.
just swiftness.
And now they got people in tap water.
Clean.
Now
And refreshing
cities got
water. Huh?
cities got all their citizens in tap water.
Man, that boy ain't that ain't. Boy,
That's the
sound-
dirtiest
that
water
sound
to
like
ever
that.
exist.
Yeah, that sound like that. And stagnation.
Yes, that's the most unclean water. It ain't coming even from a clean source. They build chemical plants to create chemicals to put in the water to make it appear like it's clean.
That's correct. And I can't tell you.
And nobody ain't filing lawsuits. Man, that's what I'm saying. We wealthy if we got knowledge.
Yeah.
But if we poor if we only got belief.
Boy, I can't tell you how many pallets of salt I delivered out there to South Georgia Medical Center. Pallets of salt just for that to do their thing with.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they didn't get no one pallet. They got pallets.
Pallets. Because they
So
know what
I
how
back
powerful.
up there, that truck, that boy, and boy, I did salt for a while.
Mm-hmm. Because salt is dried water, frozen water. Mm-hmm. Salt of the earth.
24, and no illness to the people shall come. Look at that. Now you know why all the people in the big cities are ill and sick. And we know that for a fact. This is because the water has been polluted. And now, how long this been going on? Oh man, centuries.
Mm-hmm.
I mean 25. At a wudu, do not permit the animal to drink directly. But cut them channels so that water can be taken to them. See? I've seen some people feeding the dog out their hand and he eating out his hand. I've seen this here, just this year. I said to myself, you so and so, so and so. "27. At a wadu, do not permit cleaning and waste to be thrown into the water, but make a separate place of stone to clean clothes and separate place to clean." See? Everything has its place.
You're telling us how to do it.
How to do it. Thirst, 29, thirst, the water will produce clean water and do not disturb or bring sickness. 30, upon a well, line the wall with stones and make them sealed. 31, so that it remain firm. You know, I was just thinking about something. When we had that old well right down there, way back down in front of Joe, where his first trailer was. We had a well right out there in front of the cow fell in the way.
Mm.
The cow was thirsty and wanted some water. And he tried to get him drink.
He failed. Man created a woozy for her.
I can still see that cow.
Right.
All he did was cover him up.
Yeah.
Let him move on. Yep. The well had dried up just about anyway, so. All right, what number?
32.
What number? I'm on?
32.
32. Seal the well firmly and use the Greek pump to bring water to the surface. (33) So that no animal or illness may poison the well. 34. First, a village may protect its well and water. 35. In the field, seal and cover the channels, so that no water is waste. It's precious. 37. Release the water into the fields at night. That's why people, like they talking about seal and cover the channel, like they build dams now.
Mm-hmm.
They dam it up.
Yep.
And whenever they need it or they want to control the flow,
They're using our
and
science
they were getting
against it.
electricity from this, what you talking about.
Mhm.
Where that-
Yep, from them dams.
yeah, from
great
the dam
source.
where water running swift.
Mm-hmm. Light up the whole city.
38. When the air is coolest and never during the day. That's got to do with that evaporation. See?
Mm-hmm.
That sun shining, man, it'll suck that water right on up.
Right on up. Continuous energy.
Yeah, continuous energy.
Mm-hmm.
Last verse. Third, in respecting water, we respect the gifts of Allah.
Mm-hmm. Just about respecting water.
Goodness
Ooh, well, it was
Goodness
laid down.
gracious alive. Ain't that beautiful?
That's
right
beautiful. Water's that.
Nah, that ought to tell us just how we ought to treat water.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never believed in just wasting it no way myself.
Mm-mm.
I'd rather take it and put it around a plant or something and just pour it on the ground. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that plant sitting over there and need it. I take it over there and dump the water around it out the bucket.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, so that was a beautiful soup on water and land.
And without water and that sunshine, man, it would be all over anyway.
Mm-hmm. It so dope good, dude.
Well, we got water now. The next topic is food.